welcome, welcome. This is our AI Lunch and Learn. We do it 12 noon Eastern on Wednesday and 12 noon Pacific on Thursdays. If you want to be part of the ecosystem and learn all of the different tools in the platform, I try to cover the generic AI training piece, then I get into specific apps, and then I answer questions that people may have about the platform. And then we have usually a real world case study that we're working on. So as you're a part of the ecosystem, you can follow along as we help one business go through several different sequences of things that you need as a business owner using AI to solve real world problems. Right now, we're actually working through an AI building a website. Annette is part of that. And we're going to definitely have her on in just a minute and continue with the building process. Hopefully today will be a little, yesterday was very chaotic. We had a lot of new people, so we spent a bit of time going back in history. If you miss any of the trainings, please just go back and watch these. So many things to do. When you first hit the website, if you're on mobile, sometimes this menu system might be hidden. So just the first thing to do is just hit that, and that'll expose all of the links here. We have about 90 plus apps in the platform. This first one is an example of an AI tool similar to ChatGPT, but it's been trained as a business coach. So that's the Ask Ramona app. And then we have the AI Sales Coach app, which is trained by me in sales and marketing and digital marketing. So this will answer all kinds of questions. There's a video on how to do an AI interview where it'll walk through and ask you questions that you answer about your business. And then from there, you can create what's called a product brief. And we use these product briefs to a lot of different things in the platforms. There is the free download of books. We have the main AI Powered Dreams, which talks about how to use AI in business. And then there's 10 workbooks that take from everything from business formation to marketing, customer service. So those are all free downloads you can grab during the first 7 days. And then we have some experts in different things. So I'm in here under sales and marketing. Joel's in here under business strategy. And It Girl is under here under branding. We're going to create one for Annette where she can be an expert in how to plan a family reunion. So that's going to be fun. We're going to work on that project after we finish the website. All right, so if you want a different way to take your big dream and put it on paper, we have the Big Dream Generator, and that is similar to the interview process, except it's more structured. There's 13 questions, and when you're done, you get that business brief. So that's another way to do it. You can also get a business email by a business domain or a domain. You can get a business phone number, and then we have a host of content creation apps. And if you watch the previous videos, I covered all the most popular ones. Today, we're going to cover a new one called Precision Image Generator. And I'll show you that one. It's further down in the AI list here. We have the 4 different website builders. I always recommend that you start with the AEO website creator. It's a fantastic tool. My entire website is built using that tool. So you can create all kinds of single page sales funnels or websites, multi-page websites. And so it has a lot of easy to use feature functionality. We're going to definitely spend a lot of time in the second half hour going through building a website with that tool. Alrighty, and then we have under here, sales and marketing, you have quite a few different tools from AI forms, business generators, bonus generators. You have a CRM system where you can create marketing, emails and blasts and automations and things like that. And then there are 2 easy ways to make money with the platform. One, you can share an affiliate link. You automatically get your own name in here, and you can share that with anyone. You make 50% of everything that they sign up for. And then the other way to do it is called white label. What's great about white label is you can take this entire platform and customize it, put your own colors, your own logos, and everything else, and then you can offer it to other people at whatever price point you want. Now, the reason why I mention white label specifically is in order to get access to custom AI apps where you are going to create your own AI chatbots, which you can put on other websites, or your own AI personalities, which you're going to use within the platform so you can become an expert. And we'll work with you on creating your own expert page. So for instance, the Ask Ramona app points to her external page right now because that's how she would like it, but you can also have it internally. And so this basically is her, about her and meet Ramona Rogers and her videos and her customers, and she has a book she's selling. So you can definitely do all of that with as soon as you sign up for the white label. And if you have a question on pricing, the regular website is $19.95 a month, and you get all of the tools. And then if you want to white label it, you can sign up for it. It is an additional $27 a month for a total of $46.95 a month. But like I said, you get to create all the custom AI tools that you want and market it as your own white label. If you're a specialist in a particular business, you can become the expert and market all of these AI tools within your own white label platform. So hopefully that all made sense. One of the great things about the platform is if you get the 1995 entry member, you can stay there forever. You never have to upgrade. If you hit something that requires additional funding of any kind, the system will tell you before you go down the path. So don't worry, you will never be charged for something that's a surprise. You will always know, hey, yes, I want to do this, and therefore I'm going to spend a little bit more. So it's $19.95 a month, cancel anytime. All right, so creating an AI personality is creating your own experience matched with AI to answer questions like a chat GPT kind of style where it answers questions that you train it on. And we include training. We'll have some videos on how to train, but you can do it by yourself as part of the kind of done with you model where just like we're doing right now, you're learning how to use all these apps and I'm showing you training that's completely included in the platform. It's free. And then we can do a done for you model. And so that's where you just set a meeting with me and we sit down and talk about how you want to create your own white label to do your own AI building and tools. So please, I'll put the link in there a little bit on how to reach me from a calendar point of view, or just send me an email. So we have the ability to add learning modules, which is like the welcome area where you can create your own videos. What's different is not only can you share free videos, you can create as many of those learning modules and classes and courses as you want, and you can actually charge for those courses. So if you have content that you've created that you want to get paid for, you can still put them in the platform and then you can charge your customers whatever amount for that training. So if the training is $150 or if it's $20 a month, whichever model kind of works for you. And you have a community ability to create your own community and your own live training like we're doing now. So let's talk about creating, let's do the precision image model. So precision image model specifically, oh, before I go on, if you have a question in the chat, please just go ahead and drop it in there. So where I'm going with that is a lot of times I like to do these trainings and I have specific things in my mind that I want to cover. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer, please go ahead and drop it in the chat. That way I know I'm actually answering real world questions and not just training on things. So I've had a lot of questions about how to create what's called a consistent character. So let's say Annette has a website. She wants to create a character. It can be a real person, or it could be like a cartoon character that represents your brand. So you could use one of the other tools to come up with the initial image, or you can take your own image and make it for your branding. And I'll show you how it works. But the point is you can upload a product image, you can upload a person image, meaning, a photo. And from there, you can have the AI put that model in various areas, situations, photos, and things like that. So one of the challenges when you use any of the AI generators, right, the AI image generators is you can put a prompt in, have it generate something. Next time you put that prompt in, it's going to generate a different face. So that's why getting a consistent character is a little bit of a challenge. And so this is where this tool comes in, the precision image model. So I started the process earlier today and I created a character called Danny Digital. And just to kind of walk back through how this works, you can tell it, I want to train a new model. And it'll start you here and you give it a name. And first you pick a gender. And so I'm going to pick a gender. And I have a voice, AI voice that I use all of the time called Sarah. So I'm going to give her that. And then I can add images, and you have to upload at least 8 images so the AI can, determine what that person looks like to a maximum of 30. There we go. Make it a little easier to read. So it gives you pretty decent instructions. You have to upload at least 8 pictures, maximum of 30, and you want to have the photos, different backgrounds, different lighting conditions, different poses, smiling, straight face, frowning if you can, add front and side profiles, and so on and type of thing, different clothings. It gives you all the instructions. So you upload these images and it takes a little while, maybe 8 to 10 minutes for it to create your actual image. Oh, and by the way, it'll tell you that the first time you create your image, it costs $6, and that's a one-time fee. And the reason why is it'll go off for 8 to 10 minutes and do a lot of work to get this to work. So now let's go ahead and generate an image of the photos that I uploaded. And so this is an image of me standing in New York in a tuxedo. I was working on this earlier today. So I have uploaded 30 images. And so you can kind of see the images that I used here. It's just me, my normal day, vacation pictures and different poses and things like that. I did have one where I was in a tuxedo. So you want to upload 30 different images. So it has lots of things to work from. So that's how this kind of works. So let me shut this down. All right. So once you have the images there and you can select who you want to have another image. So here's the prompt that's in there now. A photo of Danny Digital standing tall and poised, dressed in a sleek, like tuxedo. So that's the image that it generated. Under a golden glow of sunset, sophisticated timepiece rests on your wrist. It's metallic black. So it's showing all the things that are in the picture. And you can also see the one here. This is the first prompt. So this is like an image idea, right, of what you want in the prompt. And so it gives you that kind of like a template to start from. So this is me in New York, and then this is me in Dubai. And both of these images are completely generated. I've never been to Dubai. Okay, so it's just an example of how you can create an image at any time. So someone in the chat, give me an idea of where you want me to be and what you want me to be doing. And we'll see if we can get it generated in here. So pick a place, it doesn't matter. A place and what am I doing? So those two things. Okay, I like Hawaii. That's good. So where am I? Okay, so we can do Hawaii. Let's go down here. Let me get back to the prompt here. So we're going to change the city of where I'm at. And you can be very precise in the city, right? And so I'm not going to be wearing a tuxedo. So maybe I'll be dressed in a Hawaiian shirt, dressed in a Hawaii style shirt. And then we can change this here, right? We don't want it to be a golden sunset. We could say style shirt and shorts in front of a volcano on vacation, right? And we can keep the sun. The sun is always a good background, right? We could put rain under the golden glass, a sophisticated timepiece. And then we could say behind you is the lush landscape and tropical forest. All right, that's good. I like that imagery. And then so vision of modern luxury, timeless style. So we're going to do a fusion of relaxing, silly like that, right? And so we can pick a different style of photo, whether you want it straight up and down, vertical, portrait style, or landscape, or square. And then you just tell it to go. And what's really good is that it is going to take some interpretations. And when I teach you the create method, you learn how to create a good prompt. That's hilarious. I love that. This is me in front of a volcano now. So I got like I'm in shorts, I'm comfortable. So what is fun is obviously this has never been a picture. So I got the sun, I got the volcano, I got the rainforest. I can change it to a waterfall, which is very popular. I can say Kona Islands or whatever, so you can get very precision. Anyway, I think this is a really fun tool, and yes, it does cost $6, but then you can have an infinite amount of fun with it. Let's say you want to write a children's book and you want to have a consistent character as you tell the story of whatever the characters are doing. So the character is a young girl, she's playing outside, or she's a young girl playing with her dog, or she's a young girl. So you can describe the story in your book. And then you can also use it for very serious things. Obviously, I can go here and take this and just put it for different things I want to do on my website without having to have the expense of actually going to New York to take a photo, right? And so there's lots of practical ways you can utilize this as well. Does everybody have a question? All right, perfect. All right, so let's go on to another tool. We were doing the websites. Let me zoom back out here a little bit. There we go. And don't forget to always kind of let the AI know it's doing a good job because again, you want to train it so that it knows what you like and what you don't like. The casual one is not bad, but it's a little bit dark. So you can lighten it up in an image editor. And as I said, we can show you that there's an image editor in the platform. And of course, you can take it out and put it anywhere that you want to use it. All right. So thanks for everybody kind of playing along here as we played with the image generator. And let's go now back to our training on website building. Again, if somebody has something else they would like to see as part of this training today, I'm happy to answer questions. And I think just for anybody who might have missed it, here is the link again for copy. And here's the link again for the upcoming training Tuesday, 7 p.m., where we start with the create method. This is a great training for someone who has never been to any of our trainings, and it takes you from the beginning, understanding how to prompt, and then kind of walking through a high level overview of the platform. So that's a really, really good place to start as well. We just did last week, we had 2-day training in Vegas. That was a pretty big hit. As a matter of fact, we're going to have some people on tomorrow who were at that training on the Thursday training from 3 p.m. Eastern. That one is going to be kind of few of those people that came from that training and they want to dive into how to do AI Workstation, which is one of our joint ventures, and wants to learn how to use the platform and things. I've had 2 calls this morning from people from the Atlanta Black Expo, and essentially both of them have their own business. One's insurance, one is in the clothing business, and they want to create their own white label. This is something that I'll extend to anyone on the call who wants to become one of our AI experts in here. Cassandra, remind me what your business model is. I don't remember. I've met quite a few people, but I remember you sitting in on our Ask the Ramona 30 minute and then also coming over to the booth and we spoke for quite a bit. But remind me what your business is. I would like to also guide this training today onto what your business is and how I can perhaps help you with AI in your business model. Hey, Ramona. Ramona just jumped on. We were just talking about you. Cassandra, who's on this call as well, she was at the Atlanta Black Expo this weekend. And so we were talking a little bit about the different types of businesses and how we can help them. But again, welcome in. So today's training, we just spent a little bit of time on what we call, precision training model, which is focused on generating that are consistent characters and so on. So that training is recorded and I'll share that with everybody over the next couple of weeks. Currently serve as Chief Judge of Magistrate Court, and I'm beginning to building a stationery business, greeting cards. Lovely. So let's focus a little bit about how we help small business or medium-sized businesses do the types of tasks. And you'll fall quite well into the conversation today. And definitely go back and look at some of our training in the AI Lunch and Learn section over the last couple of weeks, everything from starting with your logo builder, if you don't have one of those already, to building out realistic images. And it's really, your timing is really good. Net's business, who we're going to continue talking about right now, is and building her website we're at the stage where we're working on building her website, and everything that we've generated in here for her website called Graceful Threads. She is in the apparel business specifically for events. So, for example, we're working on this website for her, and we've built everything so far from scratch. So this logo we built in the logo maker. So if I go back here, it should show. Let's see. Let me go into, this is the content creation section. And I believe we were playing in this logo maker here. Let's go back here. And so you can create, any logo that you would normally pay people for. Yep, here it is right here. So we created this logo in here. Annette, to give you a little backstory, is very spiritual. So part of the thing that she wanted reflected in the logo was family, spirituality, hence the name Graceful. And also, just a nice image that she could use in threads, of course, because that's the apparel business that she's in. So we did that for her. We also created a business brief using the AI sales coach. And you could also use the Ask Ramona app for the same process, where you can do that interview that I mentioned a few times. And then you can take it from that business brief and drop it into things like Logo Maker and say, here's my business. Here's what I want to focus on. Give me a logo, right? So you can train the AI one time on your business and then use that business brief in all of the other tools. We'll kind of walk through how that flows. But the idea is we created the logo. Now we're going to go on to building the website. We created some images using other content creation tools. So it's really fun because once you get that business brief done, you can go from one tool to the other. Or if you are in the stage where you're using it for different customers, right? So let's say you're developing custom stationery. I'm just going to give an example. For a particular customer, you can describe what you want the image creator to come up with and then have it kind of work within that space. So for example, here on the Graceful Tees, we've been working on different images and having it generate those images that we're going to actually use on the website. So for example, here's a family that we created, and the prompt was very simple. Let me show you the process. Let's do this just to kind of back up a step, right? So when we were getting ready to create this image, what we did is we dropped Adette's business brief into this area here, where we say, describe what your business is doing using the create image ideas. We dropped the business brief into it, and it gave us back 20 ideas of images that we can use. And so then we took those 20 images and started generating them. And so part of that was this simple prompt. So the first part is generic, talking about the company, right? And then the second part is this descriptive that actually generates the image. A diverse family sitting together on a cozy living room couch, smiling at a tablet, a satisfaction guarantee badge. Okay, so you hit that and it'll run that prompt. And this is the image that we got from that. So it's very easy. It's English, no coding required. First time it gave us a young lady, not quite young enough. So we ran it again and it gave us a child. So, all right, so here is the image that we generated. And then, all right, so we were doing the generating of images, and then we're going to take that logo, we're going to take those images, and we're going to throw it into our website. And so these are some of the images that we generated right here. The other part is we took the same business brief and we dropped it into our magic hooks or sales hooks, and it created these catchphrases and headlines that we're using all throughout the website. So again, the AI tools can help you generate the content that you're going to use, for example, in your website. So these are all captured directly from the tools in the platform. This particular image, if I go back out to the website, is actually generated in the AI movie generator. And no, we're not going to use it for our website, but it was something that the students that I train on Wednesday evenings came up with. A girl is dancing or playing a guitar in front of a waterfall, and you can kind of see that image. Here's another image of children playing with threads and dancing around that we generated in the platform. And all of these right here, so these are benefits that were generated in the benefit generator. So you can feed it that business brief. It can generate images from that business brief, headlines, content, photos. So it's a very complete process once you kind of go start at the beginning and walk. And again, we have all the videos leading up to where we are today. So, all right, enough of the history and kind of walking through how we got here. Let's get back into some concrete building. So in the website generator app, and Annette, I'll take you off of mute so you can speak. And there you go. So, hi, how you doing?
Good afternoon.
And welcome, welcome. So far on your website, we have created your logo, this is what we call a header section where you can kind of see everything involved on the website before you start scrolling. And then now we're going down and we're starting to create more content on the web page itself. This is my main website training page, and we don't need that right now. So these are all pages that we can get rid of. I think we've cut it down. Hopefully that's enough to get a little bit better response times here as we work. Now we have this template that we're working through, and we're also building similarly. So now if you're creating a brand new website from scratch, all you need to do is come into the AEO website creator, give it a new name, and then hit next, and it'll bring up templates that you can use. And so we can actually just kind of follow. You can take a template. So if you preview it, you can kind of see what it looks like, scroll around in it, see if the color schemes kind of look like what you want. And here's another one. And we're going to use this one kind of like a guide as we walk through this. We're still building it from scratch. My thing is I want to teach you how to build a website from scratch just so you understand how to edit a template better. By walking through it slowly, you can get a really good understanding of that and the features and components. So this is an example funnel that we were just looking at. And so I'm going to go into it and kind of show you where we are now. We've built this in. We've put in a sample video at the top of the funnel. We have a section that speaks to the whole process of creating a benefit stack or a feature stack. That's what these are here on the left. The photo is a picture that we created during one of our 4-hour training boot camps. And by the way, we will be having another website building boot camp where we take a Saturday, 4 hours, and we just kind of build from scratch in one sitting so you can kind of answer questions if you don't want to go back and watch the videos. And then, so this is the other example where we created these 4 column in a row here where we have, this is the benefits laid out this way. And in the website that we're building, we kind of switched them around. So instead of putting the benefits in this 4 column model, we put the benefits in a stack model. So let's go back here. Wow, this is definitely spinning slowly. While I'm waiting for it to get over here, please feel free to ask any questions. This is Descript. By the way, Descript is a direct link in the platform. It takes you out to the video editor that I use. This is not in the platform. This is a separate tool. But this video editor is great because you can edit videos directly from the text. You can have it automatically go through and take out ums and ahs and things like that, which I always have. You can have it, you can delete an entire paragraph in the video, so it'll chop out not only me speaking, but also the video behind it. So it does both at the same time. It's absolutely fantastic tool. That's why I put a link in it because I use it every single day. You can have it create a highlight reel from it so you can put on YouTube. So there's lots of different tasks. If you do podcasts, it's a great podcast editor. You can have both speakers, and it'll, after you upload the video, it takes the audio and transcribes it, not transcribes it, but creates an AI voice from your voice. So now you could type in new words and it'll add those words as you speak, excuse me, as you type them in your voice. So I'll do a demo of this a little bit later in perhaps next week, but it's a great tool, but we don't need it right now. So I'll shut it down. Let's keep going. Let's shut down some of these. You can start with any template, but you don't have to follow it religiously. You can change it around. So we put the benefits in this kind of a bullet format, and then we took the services or why graceful threads and put it in the 3-column format. So hopefully that all makes sense. So now they're going to show you another methodology of talking about your different services that you offer. And in this case, they're doing an alternating left and right kind of layout, which is good for laying out a lot of content in a little bit more interesting way. And then below that, they are offering a special offer, right? You should always have a special offer or bonus. And so we have our bonus idea that we can use in place of this and put a countdown timer. That's a feature in the platform that's available. And there's lots of other sections that you can add, but that's where we are. All right, so let's do this. So we have the services and we kind of lay out this. So this is a heading, right? This is a subheading, and then this is a row with kind of like a description on the left with a call to action button with an image on the right. So pretty simple kind of layout of what we may want to add. Now for Annette's website, I also want to add an FAQ section, which is very important when you are building a website. So when we talk about the structure of a website page, you have the header, you have your business or benefits section, you have testimonials, and now, if you're brand new and you don't have testimonials, I spoke a lot about this in one of the previous trainings, how you can get testimonials quickly. And basically, you can ask by giving them the testimonial and say, hey, this is what you said during our last conversation after our business transaction. You said you were happy and you were excited to go use this in your family reunion. Is it okay if I, post this? I'll just use your first name and last initial and get their permission. They'll say, yes, great, pop, boom, you got a testimonial. If you can get them to record a video, even better, but it doesn't matter. Just get that initial testimonial. And as you get to your customers going, the rest will come. And so we have a section here where we are focusing on the team, and there's Ramona. And you can focus on the team and get, that kind of messaging across about who is helping you in your business. And then frequently asked questions, very, very important component as part of your website building. And I will include also the document that has the structure of a really good landing page. We've talked about it before, and I've included that on the website as well. So we'll make sure that you get another copy of that document, and I'll upload it for everybody to gain access. So these are all the types of things that we try to do. Let me open that up right here. And that's the prompts. Oh, this thing is blowing up slowly. I love technology, but I'm definitely running low on memory here. So this one is called the Magic Landing Page Formula, and I will make sure this is included. And it helps you learn how to build a good, solid web page. Oh, come back over here, please. Wow. All right, there we go. And so you can have different pieces, right? So you have your hero section. How important it is kind of guided by these stars here. So Cassandra, this is just a document that helps you create a good website page if this is part of what you want to be able to do. Benefit stack, extremely important. Free bonuses, also great and important. The story about you, the founder's story, personal blurb, the product features, services, testimonials, a more value stack. And this is usually in the sales world. This means you start here and kind of grow, offer other products and services at differing values that you can offer. And of course, promotional pricing is always a good thing. Risk aversion. So tell them exactly how you're going to make sure that they're happy, whether it's a refund policy, satisfaction guarantee policy, whatever best fits your business. And of course, FAQs. FAQs, really good FAQs, sell everything for you right on the page without you having to be there. Of course, you can also create a chat bot to answer questions. So that's another benefit of the platform. You can create a chat bot that you put on your website. So I think the next thing we want to do is for Annette's website. We have quite a few things to continue building out. So I think we'll jump down to the free bonus because that's one of the ideas. Is this the template for a website or a landing page? Both. And to convert it into a website, there is a piece or a component called navigation, which is basically a menu system. And what that allows you to do is have multiple pages with a menu system that you can put at the top, bottom, wherever you want to drop it. And therefore, now you have a website. So you can utilize the same website creator for either a single page kind of funnel or for a multi-page website. So then you can get your about page, your services page, your FAQ page, your blog post page, whatever page that you want to add to your website. You can build it all out with the same tool. So what are we going to add next? Let's go ahead and add another component. So let's go down here and we'll talk a little bit about the kind of layout of every web page and how it's kind of related. I'm going to give this a second to catch up. There we go. So we're getting ready now. We want to create another section or segment right below this one. If you already have this segment or section highlighted, you can just hit the plus button here, or you can go up at the top and add another segment here. So you can add a segment, you can add a row, however many columns, and then you can add different components. So how is the website built? It's built on those four pieces. So the first one is the component, which is kind of think of it as a container, but you can add a component by simply clicking here and dragging it to wherever you want, or click the plus button on the bottom of the website. So if I can get this to stop flashing for just a second. All right, so we're gonna add a segment and let's not do a full page one. All right, I think we got it now. And so you can decide if the segment is going to be full width, which means it goes all the way across whatever browser size it is, or wide, medium, and of course small. So for now, we're going to stick with wide. That's kind of how we've been building this. And I'll get into the different screen sizes and what does that mean in just a second. So we have a new segment here. So that's the container. And then within the container, we can add a row. And so within the row, you can determine whether it's a single column, two column, three column, et cetera, left justified, right justified. It depends on what type of component you're adding. What's nice about it, if you're not sure what all of these things are, if you hover over anything on the page, so here we go. So here's the outside container. It holds rows, which are blue. All right, so that kind of highlights it in blue. And if you click on it, it will tell you about that row. So this is a one column row. Okay. So for example, if I go up a little bit and I go to this row, and I click on it, it'll tell me this is a 4-column row. So again, the builder does a really good job of explaining as you go along. You can quickly see whatever it is that you're creating. So let's say now we're going to create a bonus section for the website. And so we can determine how we want to lay out that bonus section. So for example, here on this website, their bonus section is just a symbol right here. You can see that here's the container, here's the row, and if I click on it, it tells me it's a 1-column row. If I click on this component, it tells me what that is. If I go to the little gear, it tells me it's a headline. If I click on this one, I go to little gear. So text has a little gear because it's a shortcut method. You can click bold, for example, make everything bold by just clicking on the B, just like in any other text editor. You can underline, italicize, move it left justified, right justified, centered. You can add a link, and then you click here. So this is a subheadline. And then this is another headline. This is a timer. That's another component type, a data countdown, right? So these are the bonus area that we're going to work on. So we're going to create this section, and then we're going to add this row with headlines, text, and a counter. So let's do that for Annette's website. So again, that's the show and then develop. So all we need for here is the 1-column. And so we can click on, whoops, what was it? Add a new row, 1-column. All right, so we've added the 1-column in here. This is the blue, right? And now we're going to add a component. So we're going to start with the headline. And so when you click on add a component, it'll show you the most used components. You got your headers, subheaders, text, images, and videos. And then it breaks down the other sections. So the next section is text itself, and you can have things like bullet points, all of your media types, images and videos, forms where you can put in buttons and fields and build it out. So like pop-ups are a great example of a form, right? So you want somebody to fill in their name, email, and phone number. Checkout, where you actually connect it with a payment gateway and process credit cards. There's a 2-step order form, or you can build it out. You can add the countdown, which we'll add to this one in a little bit. Now that we've added our first component to this section, we're going to tell it this is the family reunion. Actually, let's just call it bonus off for now. And then we'll tell them specifically what it is. Now, you may say, why am I picking this one? When we were building out Annette's bonus offers, that was one of the ones that it suggested that we give away a free family reunion guide. And so that's one of the things that we're going to add to this. And we haven't actually created the guide yet. I'm just cheating a little bit and just jumping ahead. And so we'll actually go back and create the guide in the AI tools by basically using the ChatGPT type function. All right, so here's the headline. Now we'll add another component right below it, and you just need to tap I'm going to create a subheader, and we're going to basically put in a description. Get your free guide to the perfect family reunion. And then below that, we'll add in an image. And so we really don't have a free book cover yet, right? And so we could go back into our AI tools and have it generate one. So let me actually open up another instance of the website. Yes, I know I'm pushing it. So I'm supposed to be shutting things down. We'll see if we can get it going here without it breaking, right? All right, so we're going to go back to the content generator. We need an image that we can use here. So hyper realistic, and we're under graceful threads. I need a book cover for a free guide to family reunions. Now, Whenever you do text in here, I've got a whole section of training on how about getting text in things. It can get kind of crazy. And so I'm going to do a vertical 2 by 3 so I can get it in there. So let's see what it does. Yeah. What else can, what only thing that can happen is it'll do something without the kind of a specific prompt that we may not like, but hey, it's okay. In the interim, I will, while it's generating something, I will show you how to add an image to where we are. So we are right here now, and you can upload an image. You can go to, so this is your library of images that we've already uploaded. I kind of like this image. Yeah, we can use this for now. You can also generate stock images. So you can say something like family reunion, right? And so this is not bad. You can kind of pick something that you want from one of these. So this is stock images, right? And Unsplash, same thing. You can search for something. But again, you can also upload something, right? A book cover that you want to use. So we are in the process of generating. Let's see what we got so far. Guide to family reunions. Ah, very boring, but that's okay. It serves the purpose of the point of what we're trying to do. So I'm going to download that. By the way, when you click the download button, you can get it in 3 formats, and you can get it in PNG, JPEG, and the most energy efficient, meaning smaller image for a website is WEBP or WebP. All right, so I just downloaded that. So I'm going to go back to our family reunion and I'm going to upload that image. So it usually will drop it into your download folder. So you just go there and grab it. So we just put that there, and so that'll upload, and boom, we have the bonus the bonus item, right? Let me save it. By the way, you should always, when you're editing the website, save as you go along, because if you don't and something crashes, you just lose whatever you were working on. So I just had it saved. So Annette, let me ask you, are you kind of getting the hang of this? You've been on for a few days. You're probably our most used example so far in our Lunch and Learns.
Yeah, I love what you're doing.
But you can see how you use all of the components together to get to the point where you're happy with everything. So please feel free to reach out to us. I will talk to you guys later. All right, everyone. Bye bye. It has been a pleasure.